Hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline Geis, and I'm excited to share a little bit of information with you about my field placement for this year. I am working at ASAP Healthcare and Amethyst Counseling. It's an office located in Hamilton, New Jersey, but they also have satellite campuses in Somers Point, Atlantic City, and Voorhees. The mission of ASAP Healthcare and Amethyst Counseling is to provide strength-based, person-oriented cognitive behavioral therapy and education to individuals so they can acquire the appropriate skills needed to overcome any obstacles that they are facing in their lives. Their targeted at-risk population served includes services to children referred by the Department of Children and Families. They have established memorandum of understanding with most of New Jersey's care management organizations, Division of Child Protection and Permanency, Perform Care, and Mobile Response Stabilization Services. ASAP Healthcare also works with Cumberland County Youth Services Advisory Council and has provided mental health consultation and educational intervention planning for 15 Head Start programs and detention alternative programs. Amethyst Counseling provides outpatient services and group therapy for issues including, but not limited to, substance abuse, family conflict, anxiety and depression, and sexual offenses. One of my first questions that I had when I signed on with ASAP Healthcare and Amethyst Counseling is, why is there a separation between the two organizations when it kind of seems like they're working out of the same facility? And the answer I received was ASAP Healthcare is the main organization, and Amethyst is is under that umbrella. They're an extension of ASAP services. ASAP primarily deals with the child care, going to the children's homes, intervening in the family setting, making sure that children are in an appropriate social environment within their home or within their school, and making sure that there are appropriate behavioral interventions as needed. Amethyst Counseling is what I have been focused on throughout my internship so far. And that branch of the organization is the branch where you're going to find your outpatient therapist seeing clients in the office for a number of different issues that they may encounter. So as we look at the services provided with the frame of reference for social work practice, within Amethyst and ASAP Healthcare, in Quadrant A, there's definitely the one-to-one outpatient individual therapy sessions and the family therapy sessions. Quadrant B, and this was a quadrant that I actually still had a little bit of trouble with when trying to find a category or a service that fit this category. But the organization does offer translation services that are provided by the agency so that it can adequately serve its diverse clientele. Quadrant C, the agency establishes relationships with vocational programs and group homes that will provide 24/7 services for developmentally or intellectually disabled clients. I've recently just sat in on a therapy session where a registered sex offender who is a classified pedophile, he actually has a developmental disability. So my organization worked to find a vocational and group home setting for this person to live in so that he receives supervision and developmental appropriate tools for living a life away from what his issue is. The agency also establishes relationships with inpatient substance abuse treatment centers, and they hold monthly staff meetings to provide current information regarding insurance policy and changes. The agency fits into Quadrant D, as it participates in program planning and development with Head Start, and it consults with the judiciary system on sexual offenses and positive treatment programs available for registered sex offenders. Ethical issues. The main ethical issue that I have found so far is with the therapist that I have primarily been spending time with. I have been shadowing her throughout her one-to-one sessions, and she specializes in her treatment with sex offenders. The office offers outpatient services to children, teenagers, adults, seniors, and families. And my assigned therapist is limited to office days when she can see her sex offender clients because they cannot be in the building at the same time as children. At this point, she can only offer her appointments to sex offenders on Tuesdays. An issue arises when her young clients only have availability on Tuesdays. And we encountered this problem together just last week. My therapist was scheduled for a session with a pedophile and registered sex offender at 5 p.m. She was also scheduled for a session with a 16-year-old girl at 6 p.m. Once she realized the problem, she had to quickly ask the receptionist to kindly direct the young girl to another office in the building so the man and the girl would not be in the same location within the building at any point. The limited schedule for the sex offenders makes for a long day for my therapist. She is under pressure to fit these particular clients into one day instead of spreading them out throughout the week. That makes for a heavy caseload in a single day. It is also problematic when the receptionist accidentally schedules the younger clients on the same day. Learning challenges. I've had a wealth of opportunities so far this early into my internship for exposure to concerns regarding marital issues, rape and sexual assault, pedophilia, anxiety and depression, eating disorder recovery, and narcissism. I've also had an opportunity to shadow 2 therapists during their counseling sessions. I've been able to sit with the program director, the human resources director, and the CEO. But one major issue that kind of made some turbulent waves in my introductory period in the internship was my communication with my task supervisor. Our time is limited together because of my schedule at the office and what my work schedule is and allows for. So it's been a challenge finding a routine to settle into, as I've not been given much direction by her, but with the help of my off-site MSW supervisor, we have strategized a way for me to address the situation in a respectful and productive manner. Since addressing the communication issue, it has made for a more comfortable working environment. I'm primarily shadowing one therapist who will fortunately give me plenty of opportunity to apply what I am learning in the MSW program to real-life practice. A second issue is the time I have to discuss the clients, their situation, and the applied therapy method in between sessions. I'm discovering that the time in between clients moves quickly, and since my assigned therapist sits with clients from morning until about 8 p.m., she is ready to leave after her last client. So because of this, I look forward to the feedback I receive from my MSW supervisor after she reviews my process recordings. And here is information about how to contact the agency and for referral services. The main point of contact for ASAP and Amethyst is Corey Fisher. Individuals can call in on their own to schedule an appointment or a consultation, but the company also receives referrals from schools, day programs for children and adults, and organizations such as the Division of Child Protection and Permanency.